feeling that energy flowing, it feels so good.
Thanks for being on. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate you logging on. We've got Esteban On Demand. I'm your coach, Coach Esteban. I'm that 49-year-old anti-aging coach. We do it through fitness. We do it through nutrition. Today we have a special guest, as you can see on the screen here. We've got Jen. Jen, I appreciate you coming on today because you're going to talk about things that we face on a daily basis. It's if I were to break down what does shifting your fitness, what does shifting your nutrition create? I'd break it down into two areas. It's a boost of energy and confidence.
Mm.
And so many times we're blocked and we stop stepping into our best self because I don't know if I can do it. Like my self-esteem may be down, my confidence may be down. And that's why I got you on today. Tomorrow, you're presenting on your PhD, correct?
I am,
You
yes.
are. Tell me a little bit about that. So, what topic would you happen to be sharing tomorrow?
Tomorrow for my PhD, and for if there's anyone on here that doesn't know what that means, I'm in a master level leadership training right now, which is it's all about like transformational leadership, being the leader of your life, living leadership in your life. And I get to do a thesis. I get to do a workshop tomorrow on a distinction of leadership. And it also gets to be something that I'm breaking through, that I'm leveling up in myself and my life. And so my workshop tomorrow is all about trust and self-trust. And
Of that.
how do we learn to trust ourselves? What does that mean? And why is that so important?
So, tell me about that. Let's go into the gap.
Sure.
So when I'm lacking that trust. So if I'd say I'm lacking the trust in my spouse, a lot of times that means I'm lacking trust in me as well. So if you could share a little bit without going
Mhm.
into your complete thesis, if you could share like how would that show up within us?
Yeah, that's such a good question. And you're absolutely right because about, if we're perceiving lack of trust in other people, then yeah, we get to look within because our external reality is a reflection of our internal
So
environment.
good. That's a
So
writer downer. Say that one more time.
our
Write this down,
external,
guys. This is a good
yes,
one.
our external reality is a reflection of our internal environment.
So what I'm hearing you say there is, let's talk about the trust here.
Mhm.
If if I'm seeing there's a pattern, if I acknowledge that there's a pattern, like I don't trust him, I don't trust her, I definitely don't trust her,
Mm.
then what I'm hearing you say is like, ooh, Esteban, it's time that you take a look inside you as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Where are we not showing up in trust? Where are we not trusting ourselves? Where is self-doubt being prevalent? Or how are we showing up in our life with ourselves and with other people? And so for me, there was a lot of self-doubt. And I think that's something we all experience, we're humans. And how do we move through that? And how do we build up that self-trust muscle? I was just thinking the other day as I was thinking about coming on this show, I was like, self-trust and confidence is a muscle that we get to build and stretch, just like the muscles you're building and stretching in your workouts. It's a mental and emotional fitness, right? That we build up this muscle of self-trust. And one of the aspects for me, we're going to go into a bunch of different aspects tomorrow, but one of them is honoring my commitments, most importantly to myself. So I tend to be great at honoring my word and my commitments to other people. If I tell someone I'm going to do something, I do it. But what about the things that I tell myself? Like just in the silence in my mind, I'm not necessarily declaring it to someone else, but I'm telling myself I'm going to do something. And over time, if I let those commitments slide or I let someone else's agenda become the priority, or I make excuses, or I justify why I'm not going to go work out today, or whatever that may be, as I do that over time, I'm telling my subconscious mind that I can't be trusted.
That's so good. That is so good.
Yeah.
With,
And
without going too crazy,
mhm.
you just mentioned a little bit of what I picked up as a tool. Could you share one or two tools on how do I build my trust muscle?
Yeah, absolutely. So one is start, I mean, it sounds easy, start honoring your commitments, but make set yourself up for success. So, if you're committing to start working out, and I know all of you already are, so let's just use
We did the workout before she came on, so when you see us out of breath, it's because we do
that's
work and
why.
take a workout, then we go live.
Exactly. So you guys are already doing this, which is amazing, but let's say you've been telling yourself for a long time that you're going to work out, 5 days a week and really get in a good exercise routine. But currently, you're not exercising at all. Okay, so going from 0 to 5 days a week may be a little much to start out with. Not necessarily for everyone, but how can you set yourself up for success? Because if you're not working out at all and you say you're going to work out 5 days a week and there's no accountability in there except you being accountable to yourself, why don't we start, like, why don't we baby step it? So
Like that.
what is reasonable for you to do? So going from 0 to maybe twice a week for 30 minutes. And then you get in that habit and you're doing that and you're feeling really good, then add on another day or make it a little bit longer. But setting yourself up for success instead of, setting goals that are from one extreme to the other. Same with, like, I was having this nerd, if you will, around social media. I used to be on social media all the time, and then I kind of got burned out by it and I just got off, and then I wanted to get back on, but I was feeling all of this resistance to it. So I kept telling myself I'm going to post, once a day. And I'm like, I just didn't, like, I wasn't, because there was still this resistance and I was going from 0 to every day. And it was like, okay, why don't I set myself up for success? Why don't I start with one day a week, and then go from there? Like, let's create a system where I can set myself up for success and then celebrate that win. That's the other thing,
That's
is
the good one
celebrate
there.
the win.
Celebrate all the wins. If you're hearing Jen right now and you're like, you know what, I've I've backed off on my word. There's times where I don't trust myself. If you want to break that cycle and you want to commit to your word, put the word commit in the comments. I want you to build that subconscious muscle right now. I want you to, as she's saying, build your muscle of integrity where you are your word to yourself specifically. And as you were sharing that, Jen, what I visualize is if I've got a rubber band that's in the freezer and I pull it out and I put it on a weight and I go to pull that rubber band, it could snap. And I've gone from 0 times investing fitness into myself to more than the band can withhold, so it snaps. So
Mhm.
every numbers is relative to the individual, is what I'm hearing you say,
Absolutely.
or whatever that desire is. It's one of the reasons I've seen a high level of success when people do the time saver workout. We do 10 minutes. That's it. Why? Because I can do 10 minutes. So I'm now my word with that. And I love how you're saying that it kind of stacks upon ourselves. Because if you were to say, hey, Esteban, can you do 5 1 hour workouts? Yeah. So I'm openly lying to myself. So I like how you say that. It's like what's realistic to you. So good, so good. I'm gonna put you on the spot, if that's okay. Would you be willing to invite our spectators to your presentation tomorrow?
Absolutely. I would love to invite all of you. It's a 2.5 hour workshop, and we're diving deep. It's interactive, it's going to be experiential. It's really a time to show up and connect with other people and to tune in. So another aspect of self-trust is really learning to tune in to that inner guidance, that inner voice within you, and release the people pleasing nerd and other people's expectations, and really tuning into what is true for you. And we're going to be doing a lot of exercises in terms of what that looks like, and also what do we do when fear comes up. So we get
I
to
go through
take,
fear all the time. I love how
right?
you say that because I get to overcome fear. Thank you.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
what I'd love to do is we're going to put her link on on our social media post. We've got it here in the private Zoom room. So those of you guys are on our fitness mastermind. go ahead and click the link and enroll. What do they get? Will they get like a link or a reminder for that, Jen?
You will. So when you click on the link to register, you'll get an email confirmation with the Zoom link and everything you need to know to join tomorrow. It's at 11 a.m. Central Time. And yeah, would love, love,
Awesome.
love to see you there.
So if you're committed to increase the trust that you've got with yourself,
Mhm.
put yes in the comments. And it's awesome, Jen. I appreciate you like number one coming on here, and number two just having that open door to where we can come in and learn from your guidance. I mean, how cool was that to go to your PhD presentation? Freaking awesome, freaking awesome. We're gonna wrap up our live social media. Those of you guys in the Zoom room, hang tight because we're gonna dive in deeper with Jen. So if you've got any questions, go ahead and start begin to put them into the comment section. Before we cut off social media, what's one more thing, one more nugget that you'd love to leave them with?
I heard a quote recently that has stayed with me. When you love yourself as much as you care what other people think, you will change your life.
Whoa, that's good. Say that one more time. There's
When
another
you
runner down right there. That was good.
when you love yourself as much as you care what other people think, you will change your life.
Powerful. Awesome. Stay with us, Jen. Those of you guys on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram, love you. Have an awesome weekend. Make sure to click the link to join Jen live tomorrow.